Good afternoon. My name is Erin Worsham, and I'm the Executive Director of Fuqua's Center for the Advancement of Social Entrepreneurship. Now, about 2 years ago, my team at CASE and our incredible partners at the FM Kirby Foundation came together to talk about our shared passion for solving social and environmental challenges and scaling effective solutions. At that time, we decided to launch the FM Kirby Prize for scaling social impact. Through that prize, we award $100,000 of unrestricted capital to an impact enterprise each year. Our hope through the prize is that we'll be able to identify organizations effectively addressing social and environmental challenges and help to amplify and accelerate their impact. And in the first 2 years of the prize program, we have not been disappointed. This year alone, the committee reviewed 130 applicants, inspiring organizations from all over the world, tackling challenges from plastic waste to healthcare access to economic inclusion and so much more. Through a tough review process, the prize committee narrowed the field to 5 finalists. I hope you will all join me in congratulating those 5 finalists and learning more about them. They are Earth Enable, Benetech, Lawala Community Alliance, ReCity, and our 2022 winner, MathCorps. In MathCorps, we see the potential of early targeted intervention changing the life trajectory of a child. MathCorps does this by training and embedding AmeriCorps tutors in schools and having those tutors deliver evidence-based math programming. The Kirby Prize Committee was impressed by many things about the MathCorps program and team. First, the rigorous evidence that MathCorps has shown about the impact of their intervention. Students in the MathCorps program have improved their math fluency, putting them on track for greater success in high school, college enrollments, and even higher lifetime earning potential. Second, we see MathCorps meeting a critical and timely need. As a free program for students and families, MathCorps helps to level the playing field for families that cannot afford tutoring and in communities where there has been historic underinvestments in schools. These inequities along economic and racial lines have only been exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. And so additional supports like MathCorps are so urgently needed right now. And finally, we see the potential for scale. MathCorps has already served nearly 40,000 students across 7 states. And through strategic investments in technology and a plan to expand to 12 more states in the next 3 years, MathCorps is just beginning their scaling journey. We are thrilled to support MathCorps as they scale their impact. And so on behalf of the FM Kirby Prize for Scaling Social Impact, it is my honor to introduce Lindsay Dolce from MathCorps to tell you a little bit more about their work.
Thank you, Erin. I'm Lindsay Dolce, Chief Advancement Officer for Serve Minnesota and MathCorps. I'm honored to receive this award on behalf of Serve Minnesota and to represent the hundreds of AmeriCorps members who are serving as MathCorps tutors this year. But I have a small confession to make. When I was in elementary school, I wasn't very good in math. I'm not a math person is what I told myself, and I honestly believed that until I met my 6th grade teacher, Mr. Reed. He showed me that not only was math fun, but it was useful, and I was actually pretty good at it. I was fortunate that I had a lot of support as a 6th grader, not just from Mr. Reed. You and I both know that there are not enough Mr. Reeds out there, and there are far too many children who do not have the extra support they need and deserve. I know much of the discussion today is about sustainability. In this country, 90% of children who fail 6th grade math do not graduate from high school. That is not sustainable. In this country, less than 1% of students in advanced math classes are from low-income families. That is not sustainable, especially when you consider that 1 in 6 children in this country live in poverty. In my state, less than half of third grade students who qualify for free or reduced price lunch are proficient in math. And by the time those kids reach 11th grade, that figure drops to just 26%. That is not sustainable, especially right now. Students are going to feel the effects of this pandemic long after we put away our masks. Students who were struggling before the pandemic are struggling even more. At this moment, tens of thousands of children are teetering on a precipice. And that is why the FM Kirby Impact Prize comes at such a crucial time. Our organization is also at a precipice, but we think of it as a precipice of opportunity. We know that Math Corps works. Go to our website, give me a call, send me an email. I can show you the evidence. But scaling up Math Corps has immense challenges. We are in 6 states right now. We need to be in all 50. We have a model of expansion that works. We work with schools and local partners. We start small. We demonstrate strong outcomes. We attract advocates on the ground who help us cultivate relationships with corporate funders, local foundations, and state education departments. But that takes us years to do, and of course, financial resources. One of the major expenses involved is assessments. We know Math Corps works because we assess where students are before they join the program. We assess them while they're in the program, and then we adapt our tutoring after each assessment to make sure that we're providing children with exactly what they need to succeed. Right now, we pay $9 per student per assessment. When we first expand into a new state and funding is tight, that's a financial obstacle that slows down expansion and keeps us from reaching children who need our help right now. And frankly, we think the assessment tool we currently use should be better. It doesn't tell us everything we need to know about a child. And that's particularly true in regards to children of color and children from low-income families. The FM Kirby Impact Prize is going to help fund the creation of our own assessment tool. Researchers at Serve Minnesota and Florida State University are working on this right now. We believe this new assessment tool will help accelerate the growth of Math Corps and transform the lives of thousands of children who right now don't think they're a math person. Before I close, let me tell you about a part of the country that has become near and dear to my heart, Southwest Georgia near Albany. A few years ago, the business community in Albany did an assessment of what it needed to sustain healthier economic growth. One of the problems they identified was that high school graduates struggled with math skills, and that prevented them from accessing higher paying jobs. One of the business leaders who was involved found out about Math Corps, and since then, Chris Hatcher, the CEO of the College and Career Readiness Academy in Albany, has been one of our local champions. Together with Superintendent Ken Dyer and State Senator Freddie Powell Sims, they helped bring Math Corps to 18 schools in the area. Just last month, Chris told us a story. He was visiting one of our schools and talking to a couple of third graders who were in Math Corps. Chris says they were talking about math and how the students were doing. And when they walked into their classroom, Chris said he saw the kids see their tutor across the room, run to their tutor and give that tutor a huge hug. Chris shared that that was the moment that he realized while the math skills that were being taught are invaluable, the fact that those children feel loved and supported by a caring adult is immeasurable. Even after all these years, sometimes I forget about the people power of AmeriCorps. Each AmeriCorps member serves their community. Collectively, they serve our country. You want to talk about sustainability? That is AmeriCorps. And what we owe our AmeriCorps members for their service to their community is to provide the best possible support and tools so that they can focus on transforming someone's life. The FM Kirby Impact Prize is going to help our Math Corps tutors do just that. So on their behalf and on behalf of the thousands of students who will benefit from the support of those tutors for years to come, I want to thank you.